Welcome to Law Made Simple. Today's topic is one that affects millions of women across India. Can a daughter claim ancestral property? This isn't just about land or money, it's about dignity, equality, and justice. Many women, whether daughters, wives, or widows, are denied their rightful share due to ignorance or manipulation. We'll break down what the law says across religions, what happens when a husband dies, and what remedies exist if a woman is thrown out of her home. From Hindu succession to Muslim personal law, we'll cover it all. We'll also look at landmark judgments and practical steps to claim your rights. If you're a woman facing property injustice, or know someone who is, this episode is for you. Stay tuned till the end for actionable advice and legal remedies. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Law Made Simple. Let's make legal literacy accessible for all. Because when women know their rights, families become stronger. This isn't just legal education, it's empowerment. We'll also explore what documents you need and how to approach the right authorities. Whether you live in a city or a village, these laws apply to you. We'll simplify complex legal terms so you can act with confidence. And yes, we'll bust some myths along the way. So grab a pen, take notes, and share this with someone who needs it. Let's begin with Hindu law and how it changed in 2005. Because that amendment was a game-changer for daughters. Ready to dive in? Let's go. Under Hindu law, daughters were once excluded from ancestral property. But the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005 changed that. Section 6 now gives daughters equal coparcenary rights by birth. This means she can demand her share just like a son. Her marital status doesn't affect her claim. Even if the father died before 2005, the Supreme Court says she still has rights. She can file a partition suit and challenge oral settlements. Documents like property deeds and family trees help build her case. This applies to Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, and Sikhs. So if you're a daughter being denied your share, don't stay silent. You have the law on your side. Even if the property is in the name of your grandfather, you may still have a claim. Don't let outdated customs override your legal rights. If brothers refuse, send a legal notice first. Then approach a civil court with proper documentation. You can also ask for mutation of property records in your name. Legal aid is available if you can't afford a lawyer. And remember, oral promises don't hold up in court. You need written proof and registered documents. Let's move on to Muslim law and how it handles inheritance. In Muslim law, inheritance is governed by the Shariat Act of 1937. Unlike Hindu law, there's no concept of ancestral property or coparcenary. Instead, daughters receive a fixed share, typically half of what a son gets. Widows also inherit a portion of their husband's estate. The distribution is based on Quranic guidelines. Even if the daughter is married, she retains her right. However, she cannot demand partition like in Hindu law. If denied, she can approach a civil court for enforcement. Documentation and legal advice are key. Muslim women must understand their specific entitlements. The share may vary depending on surviving heirs. For example, if there are no sons, the daughter may get more. Widows can also claim maintenance from the estate. If property is sold without consent, legal action can be taken. Women should keep nikahnaama, death certificate, and property papers ready. In case of dispute, consult a lawyer familiar with Muslim personal law. Courts respect religious guidelines but ensure fairness. Don't rely on verbal assurances, get everything documented. Let's now look at Christian and Parsi laws, which offer equal rights. For Christians and Parsis, the Indian Succession Act, 1925 applies. Here, daughters have equal inheritance rights as sons. If a man dies without a will, his wife and children share equally. There's no gender bias in the law. Widows are protected and can claim maintenance. If there's a will, it governs the distribution. But if the will is unfair or forged, it can be challenged. Women should keep marriage certificates and property documents ready. Legal awareness is your strongest shield. Even adopted children have rights under this law. If the husband dies intestate, apply for a letter of administration. This helps transfer property, bank accounts, and insurance. If the woman is elderly, she can also seek protection under senior citizen laws. Church records and baptism certificates may help prove relationships. Don't let relatives pressure you into giving up your share. You can also file a caveat to prevent sudden property transfers. Let's now address a common issue: brothers keeping away the parents' property. Can brothers just keep the parents' property and exclude sisters? Legally, no. Under Hindu Succession Act, daughters are Class 1 heirs. They have equal rights to ancestral property. If brothers claim oral partition, it must be registered before December 20, 2004. Otherwise, it's invalid. Daughters can send legal notices and file partition suits. Don't let family pressure override your legal rights. Justice begins with awareness. Even if the property is in the brother's name, you may still have a claim. Check for joint ownership or ancestral title. You can also file for injunction to stop property sale. If the property is rented, you may be entitled to rental income. Don't sign any waiver documents without legal advice. You can also approach the Lok Adalat for faster resolution. Let's now discuss what happens when a husband dies. When a husband dies, the wife becomes a legal heir. Under Hindu law, she's a Class 1 heir, equal to children. Under Christian and Parsi law, she shares equally. Muslim law gives her a fixed share based on Quranic principles. If there's no will, she must apply for a succession certificate. This helps transfer property, bank accounts, and insurance. She also has the right to stay in the matrimonial home. Even if in-laws object, courts have upheld this right. Widows must act quickly and assert their rights. She can also claim pension, gratuity, and other benefits. If the husband had debts, she's not liable unless she co-signed. She can file for maintenance if children refuse support. If there's a will, get it probated to validate its contents. Widows should keep death certificate, marriage proof, and ID ready. She can also approach the local revenue office for mutation of property. If harassed, she can file a complaint under the Domestic Violence Act. Legal aid is available for widows in distress. Don't let emotional trauma delay legal action. The law protects her dignity and financial security. Let's now talk about a painful reality: when children throw her out. If a widow is thrown out by her children, she has legal remedies. Under the Domestic Violence Act, she can claim residence rights. Courts have allowed widows to stay in matrimonial homes. She can file a complaint in Mahila court or family court. She can also seek maintenance and protection orders. If children deny her property, she can file a partition suit. Police protection and injunctions can prevent further harassment. No woman should be left homeless after her husband's death. The law is on her side, she just needs to act. She can also approach the Maintenance Tribunal under the Senior Citizens Act, 2007. This law mandates children to support elderly parents. She can file a case under Section 125 CrPC for monthly maintenance. If abused, she can file FIR under Section 498 AIPC. Legal aid is available for senior women and widows. She can also request interim relief while the case is pending. Documentation like ration card, voter ID, and property papers help. Don't wait for someone to rescue you, take legal steps. Women's rights are enforceable, not optional. Let's now summarize all the remedies available to women. Let's summarize the legal remedies available to women. First, file a partition suit if denied property. Second, apply for a succession certificate to claim assets. Third, assert residence rights under the Domestic Violence Act. Fourth, seek maintenance under Section 125 of the Criminal Procedure Code. Fifth, consult legal aid or family court for guidance. Documentation is key. Keep property papers, marriage certificates, and ID proofs ready. Don't wait for justice to come to you, go claim it. You can also file RTI to check property records. Mutation of property can be requested at the local revenue office. If harassed, file a complaint with the protection officer. You can also approach the National Commission for Women. Legal awareness is your strongest weapon. Don't rely on verbal promises, get everything in writing. If you're elderly, use the Senior Citizens Act for support. Widows can also claim pension and insurance benefits. If you're thrown out, ask for interim relief and police protection. Every woman deserves safety, dignity, and justice. Let's wrap up with a final call to action. Women in India have strong legal rights, but they must be exercised. Whether you're a daughter, wife, or widow, your dignity matters. Don't let ignorance or family pressure rob you of your rightful share. Know the laws. Keep your documents ready. Seek legal help when needed. And most importantly, spread awareness. Share this video with someone who needs it. Like, share, and subscribe to Law Made Simple. Let's make justice simple, accessible, and powerful. Every woman deserves a safe home and financial security. Don't wait for someone else to speak up, be your own advocate. If you're unsure, consult a lawyer or legal aid center. We'll keep bringing you clear, actionable legal explainers. Your rights are not negotiable, they're guaranteed. Let's build a society where no woman is left behind. Thank you for watching. This is Law Made Simple, where law meets clarity.